What a beautiful day outside today. And there's me. First real run back. Nice and easy. Gonna go 3 miles today. And I think that's it. Maybe walk a little bit. Yeah, just finished up work today. So yeah, gonna rest up. Get after it tomorrow with some sprints and some legs. Let's do it. We have made it to le track. It's Monday. That means we're doing some sprints today. So workout complete. We did 4 by 200 meters, and then we did like 6-minute rest in between reps, and I did a 2-mile warm-up and then a 2-mile cool down. So 4.5 running miles on the day. I watched as 5 just because I kept the timer running whenever I would walk back to the start of the 200. But yeah, that's the running mileage today. A note that I kind of wanted to lay down here, as this is the first episode. I think I actually want to make this series, yeah, it's going to be a 100K sort of preparation series, but I also kind of want it to be a documentation of going pro. Sounds kind of cringe, to be honest, from where I'm at, but in a way I want it to be that. So I'm still not exactly sure what I'll call this series, but that is something that I do want to pursue. Maybe not a full-on like professional ultra runner or whatever, but becoming like a sponsored athlete would be pretty freaking sick. So I think that's kind of one of like the lofty goals up on the wall, if that makes sense, that I'm aspiring to. Like, just become like a sponsored athlete. I think that's a pretty good goal to have. Be good enough to be sponsored and prolific enough to be sponsored. Yeah, that's kind of what I got. But the note that I want to add on top of that is, I'm trying to think now, what does a professional do, right? This last training block where I did my 110-mile race, and I ended up DNFing that, there are a lot of good things that came out of that. I did the training very consistently. There are some weeks where I wasn't super on top of it. I think my issue was I was taking it seriously to an extent, but I wasn't taking it seriously like, okay, how does a professional recover? What's the best way of going about this, right? And I'm starting to think now, okay, how does a professional take this? How does a professional do this? Well, they'll have a really rigorous warm-up. They'll make sure they're nice and fresh. They'll sleep well. They'll actually do a cool down. I never did truly any real cool down stuff after my workouts in the last block. And today I did a cool down, and then I did a little bit of the stretching stuff. I'm not sure how much that's going to help, but I'm just trying to think more like a professional now. And I think hopefully that will leach into other areas of my life and improve it that way. I don't know, but that's what I'm going for. I think like the title of this episode will be like The LARP Begins, because I think the overall goal will be to essentially just LARP as a professional athlete for a little while and see how it goes. beautiful. I'll take it. Ah. 6 miles easy today. Hell yeah. It's Thursday. The Thursday. Gonna make this quick. Didn't do my sprints this morning because it's kind of icky outside. And I decided to be kind of a fair weather fairy today. I'm just sore and I feel a little bit fatigued. I think I've been ramping up the lifting volume and the intensity quite a lot, so I'm just kind of like, I'm just trying to catch up to it in a sense, recovery wise. Like my shoulders are beyond sore. My legs just recovered like today, so I didn't want to beat them back too much. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do some short sprints and then a leg lift today, and that'll be about it. Got work, and then I'm gonna go to bed. Been spending a lot of time reading, some time just wasting away, just, you know, like scrolling or whatever, but I have been reading more, which has been good. I'm getting through the Iliad by Homer, and it's a really good book, I'd say. Really interesting story. A lot of death. But anyways, let's go do some sprints and lift with our legs. it's Friday. I think I'm gonna wrap up the video here, but I just wanted to end off with what I've been doing for nutrition these past few weeks since my race. Really, it's been, so I've got this suet cooking. I got it from the butcher. It's like the soft sort of fat that you get from the abdomen of a cow. Really good, lots of fat coming from it, and kind of helps up the fat content, because what I got here is a grass-fed and finished chuck roll that I got from Costco. It is like the New Zealand stuff that I got. And then I've got a dozen eggs here. I actually froze these a while ago. I scrambled them up and then froze them probably a couple months ago. Just because we have chickens and we have an absurd amount of eggs, or at least we did. And so I just decided to freeze a bunch. And yeah, so I'm just burning through them now. These will run out just before I go to college. Same with the steaks, so it kind of works out. It's literally basically the extent of what I've been eating. I might add in, you know, a couple extra eggs here or there, like the fresh ones that we've got over there, or some like hard-boiled ones, or if my mom makes something like the other day she barbecued up a chicken, so I'd have, you know, a little bit of that as leftovers as well. But main nutrition has been just one meal a day, this stuff. Keeping it simple. I do a ketogenic carnivore diet right now, so yeah, I think it's really simple. Makes me feel good. I'm debating trying something different whenever I move down to Austin. I'm really not super sure about that, just because, like, I feel great doing this thing, and I never get hungry. I eat freaking ginormous steaks every day, so, and it tastes great. I mean, there isn't really much else to really ask for, in my opinion. But, you know, I could try something else, see if it helps me, like, perform better or whatever. I have been doing fasted runs recently. I might end up trying a little bit more fueling on runs, like a little bit of a honey gel, or maybe even like fat on the run, like bacon or something, just to see how it affects my effort level and my pace. Because right now I feel pretty good just doing fasted runs, but, you know, I could always try something else and see how it affects me. But yeah, did 6 miles today. Gonna do upper body workout later today, but I think that's where I'm gonna end the video for this week. Got VO2 max work on Saturday. I'll probably still record that, but that'll probably be in the next episode. So, hope you enjoyed. If you did, subscribe, share, do whatever. Follow along for the journey. It's gonna be a good one.